about the race for the #1 seed in the NFC, and it's got a little interesting. Obviously, the Lions defeated the Chicago Bears, as most people expected. They responded well. Offense came up, out, picked it up after struggling with the Bears on Thanksgiving. For whatever reason, the Bears play the Lions well, especially at Myra St. Brown. They're playing very, very well, but on Thanksgiving, we really struggle for whatever reason it is. But we struggle on Thanksgiving, right? And the Lions came out and responded. It was a lot of adversity. I mean, everybody played pretty well. Keenan Allen got his, and he got his on Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's an elite route runner, one of the best route runners of his era. I think we all can say that, but the Lions got the win, in impressive fashion. Had they kicked the field goal, they would have scored a 40 ball, but there was a lot of opportunities for them to score more than 37 points too. And Chicago got a really good defense, but what ended up happening is when the offense is struggling and not picking up the weight, that kind of weighs down on the defense. And they wear down the more snaps on the field. That's why a good offense and a good defense, man, they go hand in hand. Ain't got to be the great offense, but if it's an offense that can, eat up time of possession and grind it out and score a couple points, that's all, great, most good or great defenses need, But over the course of time, it's just body blows to defense. If you out there a whole bunch of snaps on the season, you start to kind of, fall apart, you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, and the big news was Philadelphia losing yesterday, but Jalen Hurts. I seen the post on Facebook saying Jalen Hurts was hurt. He had a concussion. I didn't know he only, was out. It's just the first quarter. It looked like Kenny Pickett, just to the naked eye looking at the numbers, he had a solid game. It looked like Kenny Pickett was out there doing what he was supposed to do. And obviously, the Commanders had 5 turnovers. I think 2 picks by Jaden Daniels, 1 thrown across his body. And then, they was able to come back. He threw 2 touchdowns to the dude. His first name started with a Z, last name with an O. So, honestly, they started doing the damn thing. And he threw a touchdown to Jamison Crowder, which I didn't even know he was still on the Commanders. With 10 seconds left, Jaden Daniels is looking to be a straight-up superstar. And I know people saying, well, look at what happened with C.J. Stroud. It ain't that Stroud bad. They just ain't blocking for Stroud this year. And injuries just got them. But he still, made them AFC champions. So when the league get a second look at you, and then sometimes everybody don't play up to their expectations of last year. But yeah, everybody don't play up to their expectations of last year. So, but as far as the guys around him, but Jaden Daniels looking like he got next. The way his poise and his athleticism, and as long as he continues to get stronger and physically hold up, him throwing, just accurate dimes, and he's uplifted the whole organization. The whole organization. So that's the crazy thing about it. But yeah, they get past the Eagles, so for the most part, the Eagles don't control their own destiny. Not everybody want to start turning right. But yeah, they don't control their own destiny, the Eagles. They lost to the Commanders. The 2 games they could have lost down the floor was Pittsburgh, the Commanders. Next to was the Giants and the Cowboys. The Giants ain't trying to do nothing. Now the Cowboys would love to spoil it for Philly. I assume Jalen Hurts will be back, so now I think they 12-3. They got 3 losses. Now, can they still get the #1 seed? Don't forget, Minnesota, they do get Green Bay at the crib. So next week, so they survived Seattle. They got Green Bay at the crib. We got the 49ers. They was eliminated from playoff contention before they played their last game. And then, we continue to look, and we continue to look at everything, and then, really, for the most part, even if Minnesota lose their next game, it really still come down to the last game of the season. So it don't matter. Even if Minnesota lose their last game, it still don't matter. So they had 3 losses, and we had 3. I mean, yeah, it kind of do matter, because if we lose against San Francisco and they win and they beat us, it will still come down to the last game. For however you slice the cake, depending on how the tiebreaker lay down, it still come down to left. They both win next week, then it's for the division. Even though we beat them earlier this year, they only got 2 losses. They got some really, really close games, and they finding ways to win them. Now, if they lose to the Green Bay Packers, we beat the 49ers, we go in the next game, we might have sold it up at that point. I think if they lose to Green Bay and we beat San Francisco, I think we win the division. Because I think common opponents, our record are better than so it do matter. If I'm correct, if Green Bay beats the Vikings next week and we beat 49ers, which ain't neither one of them out the realm of possibility, ain't nothing more dangerous than a team ain't got shit to lose that ain't playing for draft position. So yeah, so it can get spooky. And then again, they come here, it don't matter because we got a better, common opponent. So really, Minnesota really, they really need to beat Green Bay next week, which they will probably beat Green Bay at home. Yeah, they probably will beat Green Bay. So they probably need to beat Green Bay next week. They probably need to beat Green Bay next week. And if they don't, then I think we got it sold up. At least the division. Now, as far as the 49ers, as far as the Philadelphia 70, the Eagles, they don't lose another game until they don't lose another game, and they would, and we lose a couple games, then they would have it. So in that Pacific scenario, if we beat the 49ers and the Vikings lose to the Packers, we win the North. I believe we win the North. But you still haven't sold at the number 1 seed, though. So that's a problem. Because if you lose to Minnesota, you and Philly got the same record. They got the same they got the same opponents. I mean, they got the same record, but it'll go, I think common opponents, it's even. Because I think, Dallas. So yeah, they got Dallas as a common opponent. So they got to beat Dallas. If they lose to Dallas, and it's a wrap. So for the most part, Lions just went out. They good. Minnesota need the Lions to, they probably need to beat the Lions last game of the season, or get a Lions loss or something like that. So it's a good race. And to be honest, man, whoever thought Minnesota would be where they are now, and was it O'Donnell? I think it's O'Donnell's their coach, man. I like him. He's doing a great job of. Sam Darnold has seen a lot of stuff, and he's in a great situation where, where he can use his tools to be successful. So, I kind of like seeing that, because I thought he was trash, to be honest. Didn't really care for him, and the Jets coming out of USC or something like that. I didn't really care for him. So, yeah, I'm happy that he's doing well, to be honest, man. Just let you know, you can't write off guys like Geno, Sam Darnold. You can't write those guys off. So, but yeah, that is what it is, man. And let me know what your girls and guys think. Shout out to Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love and support.